in that way the recording's all together. This is the startup for week number 11. The area, number one, the area of a parallelogram is 280 square centimeters and the height is 35 centimeters. Find the corresponding base. In order to do that, we use the area formula for a parallelogram. Area equals base times height. So I plug in what I know. The area is 280. We're looking for the base. The height is 35. Divide both sides by 35. Therefore, base equals 8. So the base is 8 centimeters. Now, number 2. Number 2 says an isosceles triangle has an area of 110 feet or square feet. The base is 14 feet. What is the length of the legs? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So if we draw our isosceles triangle, we do know that the legs are the same because it's isosceles. The base is 14. If I draw, that gives me the height. Now, if that perpendicular drawn, it does bisect this side here. So that means that each one of these sides are 7 and 7, right? If I know the height and I know that one side is 7, I can use Pythagorean theorem to find the length of a leg. So using the area formula, area equals base times height divided by 2, which gives me 110 equals 14 times h divided by 2. So h equals 15.7. Once we plug it into our calculator, we have to multiply both sides by 2. So h equals 15.7. Knowing that h is 15.7. Well, when I multiply 2 times 110, I get 220. I just put it all in the calculator. Instead of showing all my work, I put all of that in the calculator. So 220 divided by 14 gives me 15.7. So now, with all that being said and done, h equals 15.7. I will now use Pythagorean theorem. 7 squared plus 15.7 squared equals x. That's the leg. That's what it's asking us to find. Using our calculator, 7 squared is 49. 15.7 squared is 246.49. Sorry. That equals x squared. So I'm going to add 246.49 plus 49. So right here I have 295.49 equals x squared. So in order to solve for x, I have to take the square root of that, which gives me, if I round to the nearest tenth, 17.2 for x. So we found number 2, that is 17.2. So now let's look at number 3. Number 3 says find the area of the triangle. In order to find the area of the triangle, we have to identify what our parts are. Here is my base. Here is my height. This one is no good to us. So area equals base times height divided by 2. 3 times 9 divided by 2. So that's 27 halves, which is 13.5, and that would be squared inches. Looking at number 4. Uma is planning to decorate a blanket with this triangular shape. She plans to cut out 68 triangles with these dimensions. What will a total area of the triangles? What will be the total area of the triangle? Well, in order to figure that, we must know the area of this triangle first. Once we find that area, we multiply by the number of triangles that there will be. So area equals base times height divided by 2. 5 times 7 divided by 2. So that's 35 over 2, which is, nope, sorry. Can't do my math today. 17.5. And I'm going to take that 17.5 squared centimeters, and now I'm going to multiply it by 68 because there's 68 total triangles. So if I say 17.5 times 68, you do that for me.
1,190.
So it's going to be a total area of 1,190 squared centimeters. Number 5, find the area of the circle. Leave your answer in terms of pi. In order to find the area of a circle, we must know the formula. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. R represents the radius. In order to know that, or to solve for area, we have to know the radius. Well, here, this is the diameter. The diameter equals 2r, or r equals the diameter divided by 2. So simply to find the radius, I have to say 4.1 divided by 2 before I can do anything else. So 4.1 divided by 2 is 2.05. So I'm going to say pi times 2.05 squared. And it says leave in terms of pi. So remember, that means to not plug in 3.14 or 22 over 7, whatever they give me for pi. I'm just going to say 2.05 squared. If I multiply 2.05 times 2.05, or squaring it, I will get an answer of 4.2025. And that's pi. And since we're talking about area, it will be squared meters. So that would be my answer. That is in terms of pi. Notice that I did not multiply that radius times 3.14. Number 6. Find the circumference. Leave your answer in terms of pi. Very similar to area, except circumference is pi r, or circumference is pi d. Depending on what they give me the dimensions. Do they give me the dimensions in radius or diameter? Well, this is the radius. Therefore, I'm going to use this formula here. So circumference equals 2 times pi times radius. And all I do is multiply 2 times 18. So my circumference is equal to 36 pi inches. And circumference is a type of perimeter, so it's just a linear dimension. It's only one value, no squared terms. So that is our startup for this week.